Would you throw these at your car? I don't think you would. All of them. Welcome back. If you were driving down one of our freeways here in San Antonio and pulled over onto the side or onto the shoulder and started walking down the highway, you would see stones like these. They come from the bottom of your car, your pickup truck. They may have come off of a gravel hauler that was moving some earth, rock haulers. These are what create the pitting, the chips in the front of your car. How can you prevent rock chips in the front of your car? You just spent $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Cars aren't cheap, and nothing is more detracting than to have a front end of your vehicle with a bunch of stone chips in the front of it. We see it all the time. They come into the shop, cars that are a year or 2 years old, and they've got tons of stone chips on the front of them. There's a way to prevent this, and that is with paint protection film, also known as a clear bra. So you might be wondering what clear bra is. This is clear bra. It's an 8 mil thick polyurethane film. This film is from XPEL. It has a self-healing top coat. If somebody puts the wrong towel on it or gets some scratches, or even if it's on the hood of your car and you get a bird poop on it, you just clean it off and the scratches or the stains will go away. Once the film's applied, right now it has a backing on it. Once we peel the backing away, it's got a little adhesive on the back of it. That adhesive holds it to the car. Once it's cured, it's on there. It's not going to come off the car. Now, is paint protection film durable? It sure is. It's real hard to put a hole in it. I mean, if you can see that right there, I'm pushing pretty hard, trying to push this through there. It's a very, very durable material, and it's been used in the automotive industry for decades now. Where did paint protection film come from? Well, it was originally designed for the military, and it was used in the 60s and still being used today to protect the rotor blades of the helicopters and the propellers of the prop-driven airplanes. They were receiving a lot of damage from debris and sand flying and creating a lot of downtime and some crashes from this debris flying up and hitting them. So that's where paint protection film originated from. Flash forward a few years and you see paint protection film being used in the automotive racing industry. So just like a lot of things in your car, it starts off with a military application, then it goes into a racing application, and then eventually that ends up in our passenger vehicles that we drive today. Right now your car probably has some form of paint protection film, little bits and pieces here and there. You may have a piece around a door. Some of the more expensive sports cars, they put it on the fender flares in the back. Over 10 years ago, in 2004, I was trained at XPEL. The film back then, it looked good and it served a purpose, but it wasn't totally clear, had a lot of texture to it. It wasn't very pliable, and within 3 or 4 years would actually start to turn yellow, kind of a crackled look to it, and would just look terrible. But the film has completely changed. Over the last 10 years, the film has just gotten so much better. They're very clear now. They have self-healing top coats on top. They wash off what's on there. And if you see a stain, you don't really have to touch it. The heat from the sun will take care of it. If you want to accelerate the process, you can pour a cup of hot water. You can take a hairdryer and heat it up and actually watch it disappear from the top of the clear bra. Installing paint protection film is pretty straightforward. Basically, you have a spray bottle with soap and water mixture. This is called a slip solution. And what this does is this allows us to move the film around on the car and get it positioned. Then once we have it in the right position, we can take that squeegee and squeegee out the soap and water, also known as a slip solution, and lock in the kit down there. If we want it to lock really fast, then we have another spray bottle in this hand, and we'll rinse that out with a water and an isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. We have a mixture of there, and that washes out the soap and water, allowing the film to stick very hard. We also use special patterns. The patterns are cut on a machine called a plotter. The plotter would be like an industrial size printer, but we feed rolls of film into this plotter, and the plotter has a knife that cuts out this pattern for your vehicle. The XPEL patterns are specific to each model year. There's never any need to hand cut on somebody's vehicle when you're installing one of these kits. We also do complete wraps of vehicles. Check out this video here. A customer brought us his brand new Miata and wanted the entire vehicle wrapped in paint protection film. We install paint protection film on partial hoods, partial fenders, full fenders, bumpers. It's great for headlight protection. We install it on the lower parts of the cars, the rocker panels, areas like that, trunk areas. Now, installing paper protection film may sound easy. When you explain it, it's pretty straightforward, but it does take some skill. You're taking a flat piece of material and making it form to the rounded or the sharp edges of the front of your vehicle. I don't recommend that you try to do this on your own. When you have this film installed by a professional, it is almost virtually invisible. You cannot see the film on the car. Thank you for watching our video. We'll catch you next week.